Alright, what's going on everyone out there on YouTube? NES Ruler, and welcome to a brand new review. And this time around we'll be checking out a film that was sent to me review by Cult Epics, and you can pick this up on Blu-ray at all your favorite online retailers. It is a film from the year 2001. It is the Dutch film AmnesiA. So Cult Epics is a really interesting company in my opinion. Every few years they put out a title that is a little bit of a hidden gem. Of course, a few years ago they put out Angst, which is one of my favorite films that I've watched in a very long time. It's a very amazing, well done film. But you know, Cult Epics is usually known for putting out some more adult-oriented titles. But every once in a while they put out some interesting thriller, horror kind of films. And this is one of them, AmnesiA from 2001 from Dutchland. Dutch. So what can I say about AmnesiA? Well, it's an interesting thriller. Is it as good as Angst? No, it's nowhere as closely as good as that film. But it is an interesting character piece. There's a lot of character development in this film. There's not much action whatsoever. It's basically just a bunch of characters talking for 90 minutes, and that's basically what you're going to get, and you're going to get their backstories and why they're doing what they're doing in this movie and why they're acting the way that they're acting. And that's basically about it. It's a story-driven narrative. But basically we follow two brothers. The first one, he is a photographer, and he gets a call one day from his twin brother, who's a bit of an outlaw, criminal kind of character. And he gets a call from his twin brother and says, "Mom's sick, can you come and take care of her while I go away for a few days?" So our main character, who is the photographer, heads over to his mother's house with his girlfriend kind of character. They have some sort of relationship. It's not really fully fleshed out what their relationship is, but you assume that that's his girlfriend. So when they arrive, the photographer's twin brother is still there, and he is there with his friend who is badly wounded. And what you learn is they robbed some sort of thing. You never fully grasp what they robbed, but they robbed something important for this guy called Eugene, and they're hiding out at the mother's house until Eugene comes and picks up the goods. And basically we learn about these twins' back history and their lives, and their father who committed suicide, and his father's ex-lover who was having an affair with. And you learn about this whole backstory between these two brothers and how they dealt with their father's death and his affair that he was having with this woman and what it did to his mother, and all these other little hidden quirks between these characters. A very psychological type film. I mean, if you say psychological thriller, I mean, this film definitely falls under that category for sure. It's definitely a psychological kind of film, but there's not really much going on besides learning about these characters and their childhood and the mother who's dying of cancer and how they're going to deal with that. So it's just a really interesting film. Like I said, is it the best film? No, it's definitely super low budget, but I feel like the acting is well done. The actor plays both brothers, so you know, he does a very fine job with that. You've sometimes seen him in the same frame, but very rarely. You know, it's just a one shot of either or. So I give him credit. He does a good job. He plays two characters, and it's basically a three-character film. These two brothers, the girlfriend, and the mother, and that's it. So it's an interesting film. It didn't blow me away or anything like that, but I feel like everybody does a good enough job in this film. Now, with this release, you have two of the director's other films. Susie Q, which is like a very a pretty famous Dutch film that was on TV. It won a lot of awards, and Dark Light. But I think most people would be interested in Susie Q because, like I said, it's another interesting character made for TV kind of film that won a lot of awards. Here's the artwork. You're going to get it in a clear case. My case came snapped, so I put it in a replacement case. But it comes in a clear case, but I just had to put it in a blue case for now because I didn't have any replacement clear cases. 2 discs. You got the film on 1 disc, the main feature. And then you have the other 2 films by Martin Koolhoven, who directed this film, on the other disc. And then you have reversible cover art for both films on the other side. So, overall, nice release from Cult Epics. Like always, they usually do a pretty good job. Transfer is good. Has a boatload of audio options. You got a 2.0 mono track, and then Dolby track, and a DTS HD track. So you have 3 audio tracks on this. Feature-wise, you have an introduction by the director, Martin Koolhoven. It's like a minute long. Talks a little bit about the movie, how it's a black comedy, things like that. And then you got another feature on here, which is like I think it's like a 45-minute. It's about 45-minute featurette with the director and the actress who plays the girlfriend in this movie. Really interesting, quite lengthy interview about them. If you guys listen to my reviews over time, you know the one thing that I love is new interviews with people who were involved with the film. Not the biggest fan about archival stuff these days, but anytime there's like a new kind of interview with people who are associated with these films, I'm a big fan of those. So there's like a 45-minute one on here. It's quite interesting. And then you have a making of from when the film was being made. So it's 23 years old, 22 years old at this point. And then behind the scenes, again, from back then when they were making the film, and then the trailer. And then on the other disc with the bonus films, of course, you have both films and then the trailers, and then this brand new slipcase. So, AmnesiA, interesting film. If you guys like character pieces, character development, family dramas, you'll probably like this film. Another interesting one from Cult Epics. So, that is my review of AmnesiA from the year 2001. If you guys like this review, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/NESRuler22. Hope everybody's doing well, and I shall talk to you guys soon. See you guys.